Hi, my name is Mary Cooper, and this is my discussion board number 3 responses. First question is, how could you vary your teaching techniques to ensure you reach all the various learning abilities you may have in your classroom? What if you were asked to teach online or in a virtual environment? Would those techniques change? And if so, how? I can vary my teaching techniques by including in my lesson plan different learning techniques for different learners. For instance, begin my lesson with a teacher-led lesson for students who do well with listening and taking in information that way. After explaining the concept or material, I would include a visual representation of what we are working on. Let's say we are working on addition. I would add examples of addition and have 2 or more ways to solve the problem given. This gives an opportunity for the students to choose which way works best for them to solve the problem. On page 157 of the Teaching Techniques textbook or strategies, it says one of the most effective methods for teaching concepts is the use of examples. Math manipulatives for hands-on learners will be available for the students to use if they choose. After the initial instruction on how to add, I would include a short game of some sort that helps the kids practice in a fun way. Then I would have independent work for them to do individually for repetitive practice. Students can ask questions at any time, and I will work with students more one-on-one during individual practice for those who need some extra help and are not grasping the material as well. In the video components of an effective unit plan, from around minutes like 6 and 45 seconds to 7 minutes and 32 seconds, it talks about making sure students are using a preferred learning style for them and giving them a choice. If I were in a virtual environment, I would use the flipped classroom technique and have a video of the lesson for the kids to watch. My techniques would stay pretty similar, although I would not be there to answer questions, but I can always answer the questions when I see the students again. With the math manipulative, students can use many different household objects in the place of what they use in the classroom, such as small toys, marbles, crayons, and such for addition. And hopefully if the students do have questions, they'll have a parent or sibling that can help them answer those questions. Next question is, what graphic organizers would you use to present concepts in your subject area of teaching? How do graphic organizers work for children? A Venn diagram is a good graphic organizer to use, as it can be used to compare and contrast or identify similarities and differences within many subjects like language arts and science. T-charts and bubble charts are also other good examples to use. Bubble charts can be used to break down something like characteristics of a dog. You could say like this is the dog, and then they're like furry, maybe the dog is black, and they're an animal and things like that. And a T-chart can be used in math to show multiplication or patterns. Graphic organizers help children in many different ways. On page 157 in the Teaching Strategies textbook, it says, it is designed to introduce the material that follows and must be broad enough to encompass the information. It goes on to say that the organizer enables the learner to relate the lesson material to previous knowledge and may increase student motivation. I also think that graphic organizers are great visuals for students to look at, and they are usually put up on the classroom walls after they are made so that the students can always see them. Or the students will have a paper copy of some sort that they will have for themselves that they can look back on.